It's week 1 of the 2022 season, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jags and the Commanders coming up next.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, everybody loves to see the deep ball. We know that. We got a couple of quarterbacks here who can really sling it. Trevor Lawrence of the Jags, Carson Wentz of the Commanders.
I like your point there, partner, because it is back in vogue. And what I mean is taking the shots downfield, because for a long time in this league, it was all about precision passing, the West Coast offense. But now we've got a couple of guys here who'll take some shots downfield, and they have some receivers who can go get it.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
For everyone who expected the highly touted Trevor Lawrence to champion the Jaguars to instant success last season, well, they got a little bit of a reality check. Despite the struggles, though, he still took on a major leadership role within the locker room and among the team. He also flashed some of his considerable potential on the field, particularly in a defiant Week 18 win over Indianapolis that knocked the Colts out of the playoffs.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On third down, Lawrence. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders are hoping to provide stability for each other starting in 2022. It's the 3rd team in 3 years for Wentz and the 4th starter in 4 years for Washington. The big thing with Wentz has always been staying on the field. And last season in Indianapolis, he played a full 17 games, leading the Colts to a 9-8 record and almost into the playoffs.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibson. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Wentz now on 1st down. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wentz to throw again. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll run again here with Robinson. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence. And that is incomplete here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Lawrence will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Gibson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Slide for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz under pressure, and they got to him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Back out is the Jacksonville offense, and Trevor Lawrence. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already. And we'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down. Here's Lawrence. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
On first down, Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On 2nd and inches, Lawrence. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Lawrence to throw. To the sideline. got it. Oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Robinson. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Robinson again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they're going to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Now he steps away. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
Ryan Santoso now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run with McKissick. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Only 7 players crossed 1,000 yards rushing last season, and one of them was Gibson, who made a big jump forward in his 2nd season. Entering his 3rd campaign, he cemented himself as one of the building blocks for the Commanders.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Once more, Gibson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Wentz. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They juked him. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First down by Marvin Jones Jr., and he's got over 300 of those in a career now in its 11th season. He's a guy who just plays so well season in and season out. Always averages about 50 to 60 yards a game and is well respected in the locker room. One of those players that everyone wants in their lineup and wants in their organization.
On play action, Lawrence. Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
Game one, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 18. Wentz now to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Oh, able to avoid him. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Pardon, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows him sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They start on the ground with Robinson here. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up the 3rd down.
This defense is really throwing around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. He's got to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On play action, it's Wentz. And he will find his man, Samuel. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Wentz. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. This one left side caught by Gibson. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Gibson here running out of the gun, and he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. From the shotgun, Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Now Lawrence on first down. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 63 yards on the ground for him so far. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Gibson again. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them. Providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Sly able to put this one through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Draw play, ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. So after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Wentz. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. A toss left side for Gibson. Good footwork at the 30. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence, he'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And a dump off here to Robinson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
You can just see it in their body language. You're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, They got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence finds his man on the out route. It's Chenault. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On first down, Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Lawrence going to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
Actually, it could be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush. What blocking assignments need to change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
On third down, Lawrence going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on first is Wentz. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Wentz going to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And it'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Gibson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage. and threw him for a loss.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now Lawrence to throw. Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. He's got the hook up. It's Chenault on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Lawrence. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Lawrence will throw. Gets this quickly to Ingram. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this one's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Lawrence. Caught on the slant. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about it.
He's got a man, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 73 yards. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a three-score game as the lead remains 18. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for two and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The CD, always a little extra excitement for week one. And one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Washington, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.